She's been here for some time. I remember her parents came in here once, and her dad who passed away 2 years ago. And I think one of the best thing we learned about, the open house, to meet great people. And I will never forget, her dad and her mom came to support once, and we in visiting them and visiting us. So it's a great opportunity for all of us, to learn about each other. Not only to come to the open house, but probably just to continue this relationship during the whole year, as I mentioned. Can you see this screen? Do you stand? I want to summarize this. Before I start, I want to present to you one time a scholar from Canada by the name Dr. Jamal Badawi. Probably some of you heard of him. He do a lot of debates. One time he was invited to UC Irvine, to debate one of the faculty members by the name Dr. O'Neill. And I witnessed that, debate. And the title, The Differences Between Muslims and Christians. So before they start, the debate, he just said, I have a suggestion for all of you. Why want to talk about differences? And we have more than 98% or 99% common, goals and similarity between Muslims and Christians. All the students here have a lot of similarity. Why want to just focus on a few points that we never agreed on anyway? So he asked Dr. O'Neill, if you don't mind, let's talk about, the common goals between Muslims and Christians. She agreed. And it was one of the best debates I ever seen in my life, because both agreed in the same thing. We need peace, we need justice, we need love, we need to know each other. When they learn about the neighbors, if somebody homeless, what we can do to save that person. If somebody cannot go to school, what we can do together to help that student, regardless of his faith or his color or his language. And this is, maybe I want to start my presentation by saying this. Sabahat, I should put your name right now. Sabahat, she mentioned Martin Luther King, the Jr. And I think I want to start my presentation by saying darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. And also hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And believe me, when you drive in the freeway, if somebody does something wrong to you, give him a smile. Don't even do anything about it. If you're driving 70 miles an hour, somebody want to beat you, slow down, let him go. Don't ever hate, as you said here, cannot drive out hate. Now, brothers and sisters, we, as I mentioned earlier, we consider other people as Muslims. We consider every human being my brother and my sister. And I'm not saying this just to please anyone. I'm saying this because this is rooted in the Quran. All people are human, and we think of everybody as our brothers and our sisters, the brotherhood of a human being. And also Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, and all believe in the same roots, in the same Lord. And in fact, here, and I just get some quotes from some great presentations, they are the most influential world religions in history. If you put all the Christian, Muslims, and Jews together, this is more than half the world. So in fact, we are responsible as the three religions to bring peace back to the life of the people, because they are more than half of the world. Think about it for a second. And also, its impact on the world has still been as profound as all of you see. And probably there are problems within each religion, but we have to get out of the box and work together and get the good people from all faith and work together as we are doing today by inviting the community. Let's work in some common background. We have the same ground in many, many issues. Do you think we need better city in Hawthorne? Do you think we need better people to work for the public services? Do you believe we need justice even in the classroom and everywhere we live? So this is something common between all of us. And all of us coming from the same prophet, Abraham, as Sabahat said. So Abraham is the messenger of all the religions, Muslims, Christian, and Jewish. So basically we came from the same destiny, or go the same destiny and came from the same roots. Please don't argue about the numbers. I do research myself, and I looked at some numbers. I found that Christianity about 2.2 billion in this world. And this is started in Palestine. And also Muslims 1.3, 1.5, 1.6, and I see many numbers. And that's 1.5 billion, and all started in Arabia. and the Jews about 14 million, and started in Palestine. We all came from the same area, from the Arabia, from Palestine. In fact, where's my house? It's not too far from Jericho, where Jesus born. May God bless him, and one of the great messengers influenced the whole world. And as you see, like the majority of the world following the teaching of Jesus, including Muslims as well. Now, Muslims and Christians together make up well over half of the world. Now, when we get together, in fact, we are helping the community at large. And I think this is very important to all of us to learn today that, imagine what the Pope Francis said. I really loved it. I never had heard it before. But it's a quote. I want to use it myself in my classroom. This is something we believe, justice and peace is part of our life. And I swear, and I said in Arabic, Wallahi, you will never have peace in your mind or in your house if you didn't have peace outside your house as well. We live in a community. We live together, and we have to continue doing this for the benefit of the community as well. Now, can Muslims and Christians work together, as the title says here, to bring peace locally and to the world as well? Will you have only one answer? Yes. It has to be yes. Because we believe in the teaching of our religion, both of us. And in fact, when I use that quote or that question, let us find common ground, and I want to highlight a few of them today. In fact, you'll be surprised, as Dr. Jamal Badawi and Dr. O'Neill found out and explained to the people, you are the same. As Sheikh Hamdi said, more than 90% or 90, I'm using the number, 98% are the same. So let's live with the 90% and give away the 2%. Like I heard many debates all the time, look for the mistakes. I want to just give example outside this. When I listened to the last debate, and my son who's 8 years old in Ali's classroom was listening and playing games, and I taped this. You know what he said? This guy, Trump, he will be defeated by a woman because he being cursing women all over the time. And he will be defeated by a woman for the first time in the history of the United States to have a woman as a president. What I said, when you look at the debate, you hear nothing but negative. Let me give you a snapshot from the Islamic history. When the Prophet died, Muhammad, peace be upon him, two candidates came, not Trump and Clinton, but Omar and Abu Bakr. And both standing, and the community want to find a leader. And Abu Bakr said, you have to look at the weaknesses of the other candidate. He said, you are more qualified than me, you should be the leader. The reply was, no, you are the friend of the Prophet, the closest to the Prophet, you should be the leader. Then he said, no, you are the strong in saying the truth, so you are the leader, I'm following you. Then he replied by saying, you are the leader, I'm your right hand. Together, we can make the community better. Together, we can look at the strengths. We don't need the president, sorry about the politics, that look for the negative only. We have so much crisis in the country. Let's look at something we can do and promise the people to do it. So definitely, as Muslims listening to both, one of them want to push all the Muslims out of the border, and the second one to hire all the Muslims to defeat, the terrorism. We are just regular citizens. We are doctors and engineers and imams and students. We live in this country like anybody else. I don't expect the government to ask my friends, the Jewish or the Christian, to go and fight the bad people from the same religion. We all work together to fight the bad and bring the good for the community. So definitely, Muslims and Christians can do that. We can work together, and we will work together, and we should support each other as well. Reality, again, it's great religions. We love both religions. And I think if Muslims and Christians are not at peace, then the world cannot be at peace. Look at the message from the Pope. Peace coming from all the people. Let's look at some of the goals. I'm not taking too much from your time, as Imam Sheikh Hamdi mentioned. Both religions, in fact, love God. And we serve God. We go every Saturday as a Christian, or our brothers, and the Muslims every single Friday come to the masjid and listen to the Imam because we love our Lord. We call him Allah. And also, prophets All of us believe in the prophets like Abraham, Noah, Moses, and Jesus, peace be upon them. And we all believe in the religion as well, which is like faith in our hearts. And there is a lot of comments, I want to skip them for the sake of the time. And love for neighbors. I was, really, when I think about the neighbors, what kind of life you live if your neighbor doesn't trust you? How do you live your life if someone corrupted the mind of the people by saying, that person is bad because he doesn't look like me? This sister is not good because she's wearing a scarf. And that pastor is not good because he's just worshiping his Lord in the church and he doesn't do anything else. This is not the way we live our life. Definitely I will talk about the neighbors because we love our neighbors and we serve our neighbors and we love you all to come to our masjid because not you are only neighbors but friends as well. And also talk about the love of peace or for peace. When I watch TV, regardless any country in the world, regardless of the religion of that child, if you label him by his parents, you will find out your heart is broken when you see a child losing his mom or his father or his friends because he's been bombed in his own home for no reason but because he's a child. Because there is a religion problem within the same religion. So we have to live in peace for all. And I think all the children deserve to live in peace today. And also about the commandments, about, Satan. We all believe there is a bad influence called Satan trying to corrupt our mind and our youth and our children. And we are hope, that we work together, that we believe in our Lord, that, one day we all work together to support each other and become good citizens as well. Number 9 and 10, talking about the hell and paradise. Do you believe, guys, when you worship your Lord for a long time, you deserve some reward from Lord? So to deserve that, Lord, serve your Allah alone. Means I am helping my neighbor not to make him feel better because my Lord will reward me for this. I am going to drive and be honest because I believe by doing this, my Allah or my God will reward me for this in the day of judgment. We all believe one day our age or our life will end. We have expiration date. And after this, what? Ask yourself, where are we going? What happened? So probably a question and answer, it takes place by asking you about all the good and bad history of your life. So let's, all of us, ask forgiveness and live our life by loving each other and work for peace and justice in the community. Now, family, what's better than to go home, see a smile in the face of your children and wife and husband, and live your life by appreciating the life you live with your family. So if all our families are happy, what happened? We have a happy community. So we need to work together by empowering our children and our family as well. Judgment, as I mentioned earlier. So when we're talking about this, look at this. We call it a word or common word in the Quran. God used this a lot. All people of the scripture, talking about Ahl al-Kitab, people of book, come to a common word between us and you. That's united we stand. We bring together something in common. That we shall worship one but God, none but God, and that we shall ascribe no partner to him, and that none of us shall take others for Lord beside God. This is the word from the Quran. Look at the Prophet Muhammad, how he translates the teaching of the Quran. None of you has faith or complete faith in his heart, as the Imam said, the roots, the tree, but we need the faith, the characters. None of you has faith until you love for your neighbor what you love for yourself. Means if there is sales, tell your neighbors. If there is something good, tell your neighbors. Love for your neighbors as you love for yourself. This is the true faith in the heart of the person. And also, let's look at this in the word of Jesus. He said, you shall love the Lord, and forgive me if this is not the same quote, but this is from the book of Mark. He said, you shall love the Lord, your Lord, with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. Amazing words. And also, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Same sources, same words. Prophet Muhammad and Jesus. Be pleased with him. There is no other commandment greater than this. Now also, love and peace, the conclusion, by reading from some of the research, I just looked myself too, love for the one God and love for the neighbor, that's common among all the religions. And here's some resources. If I want to say something to all of you, honestly, we don't want to just say the words, we want to walk the walk. We don't want to talk the talk only. So we have to know each other, not ending the program and go. Please, if you have any activity, let us know. We'd love to participate. And please, if you have any advice, any question you have, we have rules. You have to submit the question 2 weeks in advance. Any question you have, please ask. Nothing hidden. And nobody hide anything. Our book, our teaching of the Prophet, it's in the mind of many people. You heard Ali recited the Quran without looking at the book. Many of our children around the community memorizing the whole book, 606 pages, word by word, letter by letter. And Imam Shaykh Uthman, there are Shaykh Hamdi, he said, Uthman, this is Shaykh Uthman. Shaykh Uthman, he's the one who's teaching the Quran and teaching the children how to memorize and live the Quran. Reading the Quran means nothing without believing in applying the Quran yourself. Love yourself, to be a great man, love your neighbors, your family, and always, I want to conclude by saying this. You know, every time when I see someone who needs help in the corner of the street, I know that person doesn't know me personally. And he would never call me or text me. And he doesn't know where I live. The only thing he knows, there is a human being driving a car, stop in the stop sign, exit the freeway, and I'm standing, I cannot find my dinner. When I give him $1 or $2 or $5, I believe in my heart, oh Allah, I'm giving him because he gives me so much. Not because I'm expecting Fox News or CNN or others who said, wow, a great man, he gave money for a homeless. I don't want to wait for my check, to wait for the camera. Where's he? Oh, I want to donate $5,000. I don't want this. I want you to believe when you support the community, you're supporting yourself. When you make somebody happy, you make your community more peace. More peace in your community and justice. And I hope this presentation giving you, at least insight about what we believe. And everything we said, the Imam can confirm this. This is from our teaching of our Islam. And again, thank you all for being here. And please, if you have any question, ask Shaykh Hamdi or Shaykh Uthman.